So this video is mainly for the BSc Nursing first year students. So you have written the exam today, that is anatomy and physiology. So I got the new, I got the question paper. So I would like to clarify the questions which you have attempted today. So firstly we will look at the anatomy. So anatomy is a study about the structure of the body. So you have to write about the only the structure, okay, not the functions. Okay, so like that you have to understand the anatomy and physiology, and also you have to maintain the time. So basically most of the students are suffering with the time management. Okay, so first of all you have to plan for the two subjects, because anatomy and physiology both are important. So if you not concentrate on either any subject, so you may risk for the failure in the exam. So you have to maintain the timing. So firstly we will discuss about the anatomy question paper. So the first question is, which cartilage has no perichondrium? So what is the perichondrium? So perichondrium, it is a connective tissue, so which is present in the joints. Okay, so it is covering layer. Okay, it is formed around the cartilage, mainly hyaline cartilage. Okay, so mainly hyaline cartilage which is not present. Okay, so which cartilage has no perichondrium? So options చూసుకున్నట్టయితే, so if you see the options here, okay, so the right option is a hyaline cartilage. So the right one is hyaline cartilage doesn't have perichondrium covering layer. Okay, so remaining fibrocartilage, elastic, and remaining cartilages will present perichondrium, but hyaline cartilage doesn't have the perichondrium. So the next question, pseudostratified columnar ciliated epithelium seen in. So for this question, the right one is the trachea. So this type of epithelium will present in the respiratory system. Respiratory system. Okay. So the next question is what is the average stroke volume of healthy adult? Okay. So what is the right answer? So the right one is option A. For the third question, option A is the right answer. So the next question is which of the following supports epiglottis? So epiglottis, it is present at the neck region. Okay, epiglottis. So it is, so which structure supports? So it is asking following structure supports the epiglottis. So options are cricoid cartilage, hyaline cartilage, lungs, and thyroid. So near the epiglottis, the structure is the thyroid. So option C for the fourth question. Okay, so the right answer for the fourth question is the thyroid. So thyroid is the supporting structure for the epiglottis. So the next one is the tunica albuginea. It is located, okay, covering at the. So tunica albuginea present at which organ? Options: liver, lungs, spleen, and testis. So the right one is the testis. So the fifth question is D is the right answer. So the sixth one is the center for temperature, touch, pressure, and pain. So in our brain we have the so many centers. Okay, so the temperature, touch, pressure, and pain, and these are the functions are controlled by the which lobe of the brain? The right one is the option D, parietal lobe. For sixth question, we have the D is the right answer. So the for the first question we have the A. For second question B. Third question is the A. Fourth question is the C. Fifth question is the D. Sixth question is the D. Okay, so these are the right answer. So check yourself which answer you have put in the exam. So we will see the essay type question. So the seventh question, he asked that parts of the female reproductive system, write in detail about uterus. So we have the 10 marks. Okay, so we have the 10 marks for the each question. So in this question, in these two questions, you can write, you can choose any one of them. So if you write about the reproductive system, that is seventh question, so you have to write about the introduction. Okay, so introduction about the reproductive system. If it is possible, you can write the definition. It is definition is nothing but reproductive system. It is defined as the, it's a function, it's a structural support and function the to maintain the to conceive the or to develop a baby, okay, in the womb, and maintenance for the pregnancies and also menstruation. Okay, so like that we can form a definition, and then next you can go for the structure. Okay, structure about the all the parts of the reproductive system. For example, uterus. So main part is the uterus and fallopian tubes. Okay, cervix. So in this we have the in the reproductive system we have external organs and internal organs. So what are all the external organs will come under the reproductive system? So if you see internally, so we have the fallopian tubes. Okay, so you have to write our like external, internal, and external. Okay, external, like that you have to write. For the internal organs, we have the fallopian tubes, and then ovary, and uterus, cervix, vagina. Okay, vagina also come under the internal reproductive system. And externally if you see, labia majora and labia minora, hymen, and vaginal opening, urethral opening, and men's pubis, and clitoris. So these are the internal, these are the external. So finally you have to write about the total structure of the uterus. So detailedly you have to write about the uterus. Okay, so for the uterus you have to write about the layers. Okay, weight, I mean, okay, weight 150 grams, okay, something like that. Sorry, it is 60 grams. Non-pregnant woman, non-pregnant woman weight of the uterus is the 60 grams, and in pregnant woman it is about the 1000 grams. Okay, so and the next one is the types of tissue, which tissue is present. Okay, so the changes in the menstruation. So how the changes will be going to happen in the uterus, you have to write. So like that you have to write about the complete structure of the uterus. So then only you can get the sufficient marks. So if you write like this, you may get the at least 9, okay, 8 or 9 marks. So if it is possible, you can draw the simple diagrams. So next one is the eighth question. Name the endocrine glands and explain the structure of the thyroid gland. So in our whole body, which glands are present? Okay. For example, here we have the pituitary, here we have the thyroid, thymus, okay, renal glands, testes, and ovaries. Sorry, here we have the pancreas and the liver. Okay, so these are the all glands which are present in our body, you have to mention, and then you have to write about the in detail, that is thyroid gland. Okay, so thyroid gland, so it is a butterfly shape. Okay, so how many lobes are present in the thyroid, and location of thyroid gland. Okay, and types of tissue, which tissue is present in the thyroid gland, thyroid gland. So like that you have to write in detail about the thyroid gland. And finally you have to write about the thyroid hormones. but don't go for what is the function of the thyroid hormones. So it is comes under the physiology. So you have to write about the only names of the thyroid hormones. That's it. So if you write like this, you may get the sufficient marks for this question. So next one we will see about the 5 marks question. So for each question we have the 5 marks and you have to select any 3 of them. So first one is the ninth, left lung. So left lung, why they asked only the left lung? Why? Because the heart is located at the left side and the left lung consists of 2 lobes and nearly 10 segments. Okay, so the connection, the entry of the trachea is a hilum and the covering layer of the lung is the pleura. Okay, you have to draw a simple diagram. Okay, what is the pleural effusion and the apex of the lung and how many segments, how many lobes are present in the left lung. You have to write about the ninth question, that is left lung. And the next one is synovial joint. So what is synovial joint? So joint is between the two bones. Okay, so mainly synovial joints present at the big bones. Okay, for example, knee joint, otherwise hinge joint. Okay, so mainly what is the difference between synovial joint and other type of joints? So mainly for the synovial joint, we have the fluid is present between the two bones. Okay, in the cartilage, in the capsule of the synovial capsule. Synovial capsule. Okay, so the fluid will be present. It will prevent the friction. Okay, so you have to write about the synovial joint names and the structure of the synovial joint. So like that you have to write for this question. That is the answer. So the next one is the urinary bladder. So this is the urinary bladder. Okay, so we have the three holes will orifices will be present in the urinary bladder and you have to write about the structure of the urinary bladder and cells which are present in the urinary bladder. Okay, so how much ml of urine can be stored in the urinary bladder? So it is about the 500 ml, maybe 500 or 700. So capacity of the urinary bladder you have to write. So like that you have to write for the 11th question, that is urinary bladder. So the next one is a right atrium. So atrium will be present in the heart. Okay, so here we have the heart and the right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. So they asked about the right atrium. So why they asked only the right atrium? Because in the right atrium only we have the sinoatrial node. Okay, sinoatrial node and the connection of the right atrium is the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava and the wall which is present in the right atrium and right ventricle, that is tricuspid wall. Okay, and superior vein cava, inferior vein cava, and finally how much ml of present in the right atrium. Okay, so how many layers of the heart? So you have to write all these things. So that is for the 12th question. So this much content you have to write in the exam, then only you will get the sufficient marks. And finally we have the 2 marks question. So the first one is mention the parts of the colon. Okay, colon is nothing but large intestine. Okay, so the large intestine we have the, so this is the anus and is the cecum. In this we have the small intestine. So this is ascending colon transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon. So this much is enough for the 2 marks question. Okay, and the next one is the parts of the carpal bones. So carpal bones are present in the hand. Okay. So for the 16th question, we have the B, 17th is the B, 18th is the C, 19th is the A, 20 is the A, 21 is the C, 22 is the C. So these are the answers for the multiple choice questions. So the next one is the define cardiac output and ejection. Explain the factors regulating cardiac output. So here you have to write about the a normal structure of the heart and a conducting system. Okay, how the heart is function. Okay, and how much ml of blood will ejected from the each cardiac beat. Okay, in each cycle how much ml. Okay, that is cardiac output and stroke volume. Okay, and next you have to write about the factors. Factors are nothing but BP regulating factors. For example, smoking, diet, and age, gender. Okay, for example, if you take the age in the pediatric, the amount of blood will be okay ml. Okay, so how much ml is present in the pediatric heart I mean cardiac output. So the next factors may be the diet, smoking, alcohol, okay, and cardiac disorders, diseases, okay. For example, congenital heart diseases, okay, and rheumatic heart disorders. So these are all the factors which will influence on the function of the heart. So you can write any any of this. So these are the factors. So you can write for this question. And the next question is explain the functions of kidney and the maintaining of homeostasis. So what are all the function of kidney? Secretion, filtration, okay, absorption. Okay, so these are the main function of the kidney. But if they ask about the renal system, so you can write at the excretion. Okay, so like that you can write the excretion. So secretion, filtration, absorption, and excretion. So these are the functions of the kidney. But maintaining of the homeostasis. So for the maintenance of homeostasis, what is that? Fluid balance. Okay, fluid balance, water level, and minerals like sodium, potassium, okay, calcium, and maintaining for the blood pressure and the secretion of the renin and angiotensin. So these are the hormones secreted by the kidney. Okay, so like that you have to write the functions of the kidney for the maintenance of homeostasis. So homeostasis is nothing but the correct level of the function of the body. And next question is the function of hypothalamus. So hypothalamus function is the temperature regulation. Okay, body temperature and hunger, thirst, mood, and sex drive, and maintaining of blood pressure and sleep. So these are the functions of the hypothalamus. So the next question is the role of bile. 26th question. So bile is secreted by the liver and stored in the gallbladder, okay, and secreted in transfer into the intestine. And it is the what is the role of bile? It is break down the fats into fatty acids, so then only body can receive, otherwise it can absorb. So this is the function of the bile. So how much ml of bile is secreted in the body? It is about the 600 to 700 ml of bile can be secreted for each day. So like that you have to write about the function of the bile in the digestion. Okay, so what is the digestion and absorption? Mainly for the digestion of the fatty acids and absorption of the fat, I mean like milk or ghee. So like that whatever the oils which are we have eaten in the mouth, or I mean we will take, so that is the it will take the action to the digestion and absorption finally. And function of the lymphatic system. So what is the function of the lymphatic system? It is again immunity. Okay, so mainly for the immunity. So in the lymphatic system, and the cells are which are present, T lymphocyte, B lymphocytes, okay, all the cells present. And next one is the menstrual cycle. So menstrual cycle, we have the phases: secretory phase, first one is the menstruation phase, secretory phase, and a proliferative phase. Okay, the hormones which are present, estrogen and progesterone, luteinizing hormone, and so all this will come under the, it is, menstrual cycle is about the 28 days. Okay, so like that you can write for the menstrual cycle. So which are the hormones, what is the normal and what is abnormal. And finally we have the 2 marks question: write any four function of the blood. So what is the function of the blood? It is body temp, for example temperature regulation, okay, and transporting of nutrients from the intestine to the cells, and transporting of the oxygen, and removing of the waste, excretion of the waste from the cells to the renal I mean kidneys, and maintaining of the body fluids, and some phagocytosis. So all the functions will come under the circulatory system, I mean blood. Okay, and the next one is the testis. So what is the function of testis? Secretion of the hormones, that is testosterone, and formation of the sperm, okay, sperm cells. So and finally composition of urine. So the what is the composition of urine? Normally we will have the, in the urine we have water, 90% of the water, and some sodium, potassium, mainly for the urea. Okay, urea is a waste product of the protein. So these are the components will present in the normal urine. In abnormal urine we have the pus cells, okay, and some kind of blood, and for example bilirubin, bilirinogen. Okay, bilirubin also present in the urine, because then only it is looks like a yellow orange color. Okay, so this is the question paper of the physiology. So how how much you have written in the exam? Okay, so please calculate by yourself. So thank you guys for watching my video. Please subscribe. Okay, please subscribe and like. Okay, thank you.